Hi, and welcome to How to Buy an Engagement Ring Online, what every smart buyer needs to know. This is brought to you by www.buyengagementringonline.com. So there are a few reasons why buying an engagement ring online is better, and we're going to talk about these really quickly. Cost, inventory, and bang for the buck, and then we're going to talk a little bit about a few of the pitfalls that you have to be aware of before you buy an engagement ring online. So first of all, cost. You're going to pay less when you buy an engagement ring online, and there's a couple reasons why. First of all, engagement ring stores that are online don't have to pay rent in the mall. It's expensive having a shop there in the mall or in your local shopping center, and they also don't have to pay their salespeople a salary. So this means savings to you. Online engagement ring stores also buy in bulk. Right now, the biggest buyer of engagement rings and diamonds in the U.S. is Tiffany's, but guess who number 2 is? Actually, it's an online engagement ring store, and a little later I'll tell you who that is. So for these two reasons, they can pass the savings in rings on to you. So if you're looking to pay less for an engagement ring, buying it online is a great idea. Next reason is inventory. An online jewelry store has an inventory that's in the tens of thousands. Your local jewelry store there in the mall doesn't even come close. And if you are looking for a ring that's a little bit unusual, then buying online is even better because there's a bigger selection, especially if you're looking for a non-traditional ring, something like with a ruby or a sapphire in it. It'll be a lot harder to find something like that in your local jewelry store than it is online. Plus, not only is there a bigger inventory, but you can browse that inventory, and most online jewelry stores have a nice search function that lets you put in exactly what you want, and you can do that with no pressure. There's no salesman hanging over your shoulder trying to get you to buy something more. So, as we said, lower prices, bigger inventory means more savings for you. So that means you can buy a bigger ring and one that's more unique, and you can pay less money for that. And let's face it, guys, size does matter. Like, we'd like to think that it doesn't, but whether or not it matters to you, to some degree it's going to matter to your fiance, because women are always comparing engagement rings, and buying online lets you buy more ring, and that's going to give her more bragging rights. But before you buy an engagement ring online, there's a couple of pitfalls you've got to be aware. If you're buying something that's sight unseen, so which of these two rings is a real diamond and which is a cubic zirconia, you can't tell just by looking. So you've got to make sure that you're buying from somebody that's reputable. You want to go with a jeweler that's highly rated by somebody that's impartial, and then you want to make sure that they have a good return policy, so that if the ring that you're buying isn't exactly what you thought it was going to be, you can send it back. The best stores will have a policy that gives you up to 30 days to return something, and that's a good thing to have, because then you could have that ring independently appraised to make sure it really is what you think it is. As far as finding a jeweler that's highly rated, ask around if your friends have had any experience buying an engagement ring online. That's a great source of information. Forbes magazine actually rated online jewelry stores, and there's one in particular that they rated as their favorite jeweler. It actually happens to be the one that I think is the highest rated as well. So the bottom line is, go to www.buyengagementringonline.com. I've summarized and actually expanded on everything we've talked about here in this quick video, and at the very end I'll tell you who the highest rated online jeweler is. It's the one that I would suggest going with. Not only will they save you money, they've got a great selection, great customer service, and they're Forbes #1 rated jeweler. They're Forbes' favorite jeweler. So anyway, check out www.buyengagementringonline.com, and it'll give you the inside information there. Alright, hope you've enjoyed this video. Talk to you soon. Hey, what are you waiting for? Click over to www.buyengagementringonline.com. Get the inside scoop on how you can be saving money, buying a bigger engagement ring for less, and making your fiance happy.